welcome back. And joining us for our third conversation, it's all about the Belize City Council's half marathon. And to talk to us about it, we have, of course, Councillor Kaya Katus. Good morning.
Morning.
And she's also the National Sports Council's National Sports Coordinator. Yes. Good morning. And we also have the programs manager at the Belize City Council, Mr. Michael Fritz. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, once again, the City Council is coming up with yet another wonderful activity to engage the community in. Let's talk about the inspiration behind the half marathon.
So this is the 5th annual Belize City Half Marathon. It started back in 2021 when was my first term in local government. And this came from the idea of having the Belize City Marathon go on the international calendar for marathons in every big city across the world. We have the New York Marathon, the Boston Marathon, the London Marathon, and that is what we're aiming for. However, we have to start at a smaller distance because we don't necessarily have marathon runners here in country. So we start with the half marathon, which is the 13.1 miles. And we plan to eventually build up to a marathon to where we can start to invite international competition.
But you see, we have a lot of people that like a good jog, Kaya. People run, right? So how do you engage those persons that kind of like the exercise to do something like the half marathon? How do you bring them together?
So we also have a 5 and 10K run within the same event, starting at a later time. So the half marathon takes off at 5 and the 5K and 10K goes, I guess, like a half an hour or hour after. And that is to engage all those people who are in it for, the exercise and the fitness and wellness aspect of it.
I think that for not just this municipality, but municipalities across the country trying to get engaged in healthy activities and bringing people sort of together through sports. How have you been finding the balance to do that while also trying to build back what I would essentially think is a sporting community in Belize City?
I don't think it's necessarily in building, but more in continuing. Like I said, it's been 5 years since we've been doing events of this sort, and the council is very much engaged with our youth population.
You see people come out?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right now we have almost 150 people registered for this particular event.
So how are you maneuvering these people?
So it's an invigorating experience for us, the back end of coordinating something like the half marathon, and even in like a couple months' time, the Belize City Triathlon. The back end of it, 150 people, you might think, okay, everybody's just coming out to run, but people are running for different motivations. You have some of them who want to reach that international level, like Councillor mentioned, and then you have some of them who just run, whether it be for stress relief, whether it be for family bonding and so forth. So we try to make it an opportunity for everybody to have something to do. So with the half marathon and the 5K and the 10K, for example, the back end logistics of it, it's a whole council and partner activity. Of course, it's going to be done without the National Sports Council, the Belize National Triathlon Association. It's a whole effort. If you think about it, 150 people or more, because there is still time for signing up, running across the city. You're running across scenic routes in Belize City. You're starting from the north side. In the case of the half marathon, you're going all the way over to the south side and then coming back over to the north side. That's a lot of mileage to cover. So you need a lot of people on the ground to make sure that they experience from the signing up to reaching out there the morning off on Sunday to the actual post-event is a pleasurable experience for everybody. So there is no conversation about maybe do I go next time. It's okay, Belize City Half Marathon. Definitely sign me up next year. I'm going to sign up earlier. We're going to bring our crowd out. So that's a part of what we've been trying to do.
Talk to us about the collaboration with other institutions in order to promote safety and to ensure that there is like regulations throughout the city during this marathon.
Right. So in terms of collaboration, we do have a technical committee behind the Belize City Half Marathon. There's representation, of course, from the council. There is representation from the National Sports Council. If you're thinking about a half marathon, people are going to be running on the street. Traffic will not be closed, or the streets won't be closed to vehicular traffic. So we do have quite a number of our enforcement officers from the council who will be on the ground, making sure that you're running, you don't have to worry about vehicles coming your way. You're running, that you're safe. We have spotters, so for example, if you're thinking about this, maybe even a call for some of you guys, come out on Sunday morning. If you're running along the half marathon, will be passing along the stretch. This is a long stretch. You need somebody to direct you to say, okay, do I go the roundabout here? How do I go? So you need to think about the logistics. The partnership ensures that we're able to provide ultimate experience for participants. The Sports Council, the National Triathlon Association, of course, the Albert Constituency Committee, our youth shadow councillors at the council, our child advisory body members. It's a whole council, it's a whole partner approach to a positive event for people.
So, see, here's my thing, right? Because I'm not a good runner. And I feel like I would be like that one little person at the back, kind of like to catch my breath, to stop. Will there be people, monitoring to ensure that, everybody's happy and healthy, not one person gets left behind?
Definitely. we do have a trail vehicle that stays with the last person. And we do have paramedics or EMTs from the ABC Life Support out there as well. Okay. So we do cater for that.
Right.
And of course, you have a cash prize of $1,000 for the first place winner.
This is a huge payout, and of course, in all our events, we definitely promote equity across genders. Yeah. So there's $1,000 first place for the male, as well as $1,000 first place for the female, and both categories go 10 deep. There are also prizes for 5K and 10K. They're a little bit less because we're trying to phase that out and move into the full marathon.
Yeah, we're trying to get everybody to do the one thing. But the registration fee is $30 per person. Where do the proceedings for the $30 go towards?
So towards the cash prize, and after, I think we do something with our child advisor body, is it?
Yes. So a lot of what we're doing here, if you're thinking about it, you're $30. Right now we're at 150 head count. Yeah. It's a part of the experience. So every runner in the half marathon does get memorabilia to say, I participated in the Belize City Half Marathon. Okay. Once you cross the finish line, you also get that medal.
Correct.
So it goes towards that. If you're thinking about it, it goes towards coordination, on-the-ground support, and as well in terms of continuing some of the events that we do have at the council, at National Sports Council. So it's putting back into some of the events that our, for example, our youth shadow councillors or child advisory body members might have ideas for sporting events. This is supporting them. They get that hands-on experience being on the ground. They're a part of the discussions in terms of Belize City Half Marathon, from concept to actually execution to post-mortem, so they get an opportunity, and also the support of the council, the National Sports Council, the Triathlon Association, and of course the Albert constituency.
Beautiful. So for persons that, you said that there's still spots to register, where do they go?
So registrations are open. They can visit totaltime.bz, and the homepage for Total Time does have the Belize City Half Marathon information. There is a sign up that they can do right on that very page. It gives you all of the logistics, when each race starts, what you can expect. It gives you in terms of payments, there is an online payment. Once you complete the online payment and it's verified, you get a code to finish your registration. It's important, I think we can't leave without mentioning that we're making it equitable and easier for young people to access this event. So we've been in discussions, and this is an annual tradition for us, waiving the participation or registration fee for youth participants to participate in the 5 and 10K. Because you're thinking about it, not everybody has $30. So why not support our young people and push the next generation of athletes in terms of giving them the opportunity to place.
In terms of the Sports Council, are there any plans to, as you say, continue to build the running community in Belize? I know that we do track and field and we have certain marathons, but are there any ways to bring in more people to do this sort of sport?
Definitely, and what we have started at the Sport Council this year, actually, for primary school season under new leadership, is moving from track and field to kids athletics, right? But that's a whole nother talk, and that's a whole different generation of bringing in kids. So just for context, track and field was made for adults, and what we did was scale it down for youths. But kids athletics was made for youths, and it's from the ground up. So it's more inclusive. We get higher participation, and kids get more time in actually competing and participating in a fun, organized event.
I love that. All right. So the half marathon is this Sunday,
Yes.
September 3rd. No,
28th.
September 28th.
Day after tomorrow.
Sorry, I really didn't really try September. That a long short month. So September 28th.
Yes.
And where do they begin? Where do people assemble? What time?
So assembly is at the Marion Jones Sporting Complex at 5:30 in the morning.
Okay.
We start off at the half marathon. We do recommend that participants come at least by 5 o'clock so that you can get your bibs, you can get your tokens that actually monitor your time in terms of maybe you want to know what's my best time. For the half marathon, for example, it's just over an hour and 20 minutes. That's the best time. Maybe you want to beat that. So
beat your
if you're
own
running, you get the opportunity to get a token or a chip that monitors your time, you get your bib and so forth. So for half marathon runners, 5:30, and then for the 10K and 5K, we're asking them to be at the Marion Jones by at least 6:15 or so to begin.
So what you're saying is 4:30.
We're not doing Belizean time.
And then 5.
We're not doing Belizean time.
In sport, this is where we definitely teach discipline.
Yes.
So if you're not there at 5:30, the race will
Start
definitely go
without
without you.
All
With
right.
or without you. Last year when we were beginning, it was raining hard, and we
And we
still
went,
started in the rain.
I respect that. Well, Kaya, Michael, thank you all so much
Thank
for
you
joining
as
us
well.
this
Thanks for having
morning.
us.
And we hope that you get more persons to register for the half marathon. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with more Open Your Eyes. Don't go away.